Now back to Sports Unplugged with Leanne Rogers.
Thank you to the good Dr. Boney, a.k.a. Young Manning, for those sports scores and update from over the weekend. Let's talk about the NFL. Let's get right into it. First game I want to talk about, Falcons versus the Eagles, for two reasons. Pretty much by now, you got to understand that the Falcons are the real deal. I'm still curious to see, whether or not the wheels are going to fall off late in the season. Because we're getting to the halfway point. I'm going to see if they can keep it up. But the real story is the Eagles and the dumpster fire and mess that they are in Philly. People are saying, I was having a discussion the other day, people are saying, hey, it's time to go to the rookie quarterback. And even Rodney Harrison on NBC's telecast said the same thing to Coach Tony Dungy. He said, look, man, you got to give a rookie a chance. Personally, listen, you're 3-4 in the division. Redskins are 3-4, and the Cowboys are 4-3, or are the Cowboys 3-4?
Cowboys
and the Redskins are 4-3,
yeah.
And the Giants are what?
No, the Redskins are 3-5. The Cowboys are 3-4, and the Eagles are 3-4.
So you're still in the hunt, but
the Giants are 6-2.
6-2. Okay, I get that.
The thing about it is,
but think about it. Arizona in the NFC West is 4-4, right?
Okay,
they're 4-4 in the NFC West. I really think that the wild card is coming out of the North or the West. Anyway, it'll be
right. No, it's not coming out. No, it's not coming. One team's coming out of the East. The division winner. That's it.
To give up right now on Mike Vick, it means you're giving up on the season.
Yeah, basically,
you're ready to catch the season, and you're giving up on Andy Reid's job.
Andy Reid is done.
Yeah.
The Eagles would have to make the playoffs to save Andy Reid's job.
Okay.
Andy Reid is done, and I thought, and I'm not gonna lie, I said at the beginning of the year that Andy Reid's straight. He's cool. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing gonna happen to him. Nah, I mean the way that this team looks, Vic is neutered. He's playing in the pocket, just neutered as neutered could be.
Stop dogging him out.
I'm sorry. And you don't see any life in them. I say run the ball more screen. It doesn't matter because that boy's getting put on his butt.
How about
they rushing him and the offensive line don't care.
Their defensive line went from sugar to sugar honey iced tea.
How
when
about
they first started out, Babin and the crew were getting to the quarterback rushing. They have no pass.
How about this? Nnamdi Asomugha sucks.
Terrible.
He's like awful, and people and like Revis. There was a reason why Revis said he is not on my level, and he's not going to get paid more than me.
Right.
That's why he said it, and he was very, very true.
Asante Samuel followed that up. With,
man, they dogged him out, didn't he?
Talked to me. He said they thought those guys were better than me. He said the coaching staff over there is terrible, and it's showing. It's looking. It ain't all players.
No,
it's schemes, it's coaching, it's adjustments that are not made, and the Eagles just overall look terrible.
I think both Andy Reid and the Eagles need a break from each other. Honestly, just like you said, NBC telecast, just like Jeff Fisher. They were talking about Jeff Fisher on NBC.
It's finally just time.
It's just time. It's just time, man. He put in 14 years
and a fresh new look. He has the Rams competitive in some games now.
Exactly, so except for in London, but
Shout out to Gronkowski with the dopest celebration this year. Both of them.
Hey man, Gronkowski is one of them players you just want to go hang out with. He looks like the complete meathead from college. It's like you're gonna bash it over your head.
Yeah,
go ahead. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna hand him another one. Do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
And I got a game tomorrow.
Right, and you're just drunk. Yeah. You just don't care. But the Eagles situation, it is what it is. I think they're gonna be an 8-8 team. They're gonna win a couple more games, if that. But then win a couple more games. Andy Reid will be done at the end of the year.
Dolphins and Jets. Now here's a coach that I think personally.
Oh, this is one I said was
his job is on the line.
That's okay.
Rex Ryan.
Right.
I said that. I'm going to stay with it.
When they lose games like that, it's tough.
You boast and brag about how good you guys are every year, which I get it. Coach, you're supposed to, your guys, you went to the AFC title game 2 years in a row. You put the chip on your shoulder. Bar Scott.
That was 2 years ago, but here's the thing. Rex Ryan hasn't been talking that much lately, and I can see why, because he knew that his team sucked.
Because he's eating crow. No, he's sold out. He's sold out. He's been selling out, but it's been shut up time because they absolutely stink.
But the thing about it is,
They stink.
they got Tebow, and they've wasted.
That was
the dumbest thing they could have done.
If you weren't going to change him into an H-back or a tight end.
You still didn't get a quarterback in the challenge Mark Sanchez because, as you know, they already say Mark Sanchez is the best chance for us to win. If that's the case, you're in trouble. You had Mark Sanchez throw the ball 58 times yesterday, man. 58 times. That ain't gonna win you no games, man. You got Sean Green run the ball, play good defense. Who they play? Miami Dolphins scored what? 30-something points on them.
30 points.
Granted, like a couple of them were defensive touchdowns on block kicks and things like that. Your defense has to play better. Rex Ryan, that's your bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the Bears, we're not scoring a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? Our offense is not playing that well, but our defense is holding it down. Rex Ryan, you're a defensive coordinator. You're a defensive mind. You're a defensive genius. Some people think.
Sorry, man.
You need to be playing defense, running the ball, and playing that ugly football.
On his way out.
I don't think this year. I
feel like. Listen, I feel like the reason why Andy Reid has gotten the pass so far for the bad play over the past couple of years, or putting his dream team together and not competing with it, because Andy Reid never talked. He never sold out. He just tried to coach the team.
Also, got 14 years of just winning.
Rex Ryan ran his mouth too much, and that comes back to bite you in the ass. I'm sorry. Like, everybody's thinking about the blowhard Rex Ryan, all the crap talking, all the cussing in interviews, all the hard knocks talk. Now you got to eat crow. You're sitting here with a quarterback who's overrated. Terrible. Like, all USC quarterbacks are products of the system. It was just like at one point in time when you never saw a Florida quarterback do well in the NFL.
And you know what?
Because it was Spurrier's system.
It was Spurrier's system. But I also look at the Sperano being a terrible offensive coordinator.
Oh, terrible.
I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, I hated what's his name? The guy before. Who was the offensive coordinator before? His daddy was and you forget. You forget too.
Because the offense sucked in.
Yeah, exactly. But I hated him, but Sperano is just as bad. I mean, this offense is worse. All these secret plays we got with Tebow, where the hell are they?
I mean, you got Tebow.
Tebow will go in there and get a first down, and then you pull him out
on the punt team.
That's their special plays. That's how they get first downs. It is what it is. What's the next game you get? Because I'm tired of talking about the Jets. Tired of talking about the Jets.
Let's talk about.
Can we talk about the Bears?
We'll get to the Bears. We'll get to the Bears. I want to talk about how a move is working out for both teams. And that's the move by the Indianapolis Colts to let Peyton Manning go to the Broncos and to draft Andrew Luck, the heir apparent.
Right.
It's working out for both teams.
It's great.
Because Peyton Manning is out of his mind.
The great thing about Peyton Manning is that in the beginning of the year he didn't look so hot. They were getting everything together. It's been amazing to watch him get better every week. Literally, when you say, he's going to get better every week, this dude has gotten better every week.
He's taking shots. He's showing he could take some shots.
But then the whole team looks great, too, because everyone's getting used to each other. You're watching this team gel, where they might be a very unstoppable force come, the end of the year.
I'm going to tell you who's the happiest player on the Denver Broncos offense right now.
Brandon Stokely?
No. Demarius Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you why. Because he went to Georgia Tech where all they did was run the ball. They ran the option. Then he gets drafted, and then he goes to a team that has Tim Tebow, and he's like, damn it, I cannot win. I need somebody
to throw me
the damn ball. We ran the option in college, and I go to a pro team where they bring somebody in that's going to run the option, basically. So when Peyton Manning came, he was like, thank you, Jesus.
But you know who else
All
said
I got to do, Decker, another one.
But you know who else said that? Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, I've never had anyone over 6 foot tall before. Right. This is amazing. You mean I can just throw it up in the air and they'll go get it?
Decker, Demarius Thomas, listen, and Willis McGahee, he's running the ball like he's not 31.
Right.
And special teams last night, I was watching Trendon Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
That dude was close to breaking about 4 or 5.
Right.
And he runs so explosive and so hard. Like Denver, once they get in sync and right the ship, they're going to be a problem later on in the season.
Now, Andrew Luck, like I said, he's come to play.
Once again.
He's come to play.
What is the Colts' record?
Is it 3-4 or 4-3?
Let's take a look at it. I think they're 4-3.
They're not making
The
the playoffs.
Colts are 4-3.
Not making the playoffs.
Hey, listen.
They're not making the playoffs.
Listen, they're 4-3.
They're not making the playoffs, Leon.
in the AFC South.
They're not making the
They're
playoffs.
second to who?
The Texans.
Okay. But let's look at the other teams in the AFC.
Stop it, because I know where you're going, because the AFC is god awful right now.
Awful.
They have what,
It's
2
set up.
teams?
It is the perfect storm.
Because I just thought about it. The AFC, yes, has like
it's the perfect
before last week they had only 2 teams above 500 in the AFC, and that was who? Houston, and who else? There's one other team that was above 500 last week before Saturday. I mean before Sunday.
AFC East. New England Patriots are 5-3. They're 1 game less than the New England Patriots. New England Patriots are 5-3. The Dolphins are 4-3. That's the second team.
So
in the AFC East.
New England and Houston were the 2 teams
AFC
above
North
500.
The Ravens are 5-2. Pittsburgh Steelers 4-3. AFC South, the Texans are 6-1. The Colts are 4-3. And in the AFC West, the Denver Broncos are the number 1 team, and they're 4-3.
Right.
It could happen.
It can't happen.
It could happen.
They're not gonna.
A quarterback makes the difference.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it's understandable. And then,
and I'm gonna tell you somebody else on that Indianapolis Colts team that's very underrated, and I think plays a very important role in the success of that offense, and that's Donald Brown. He gets overlooked. He's a pretty decent tailback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for all, you know, where he went, coming from UConn. Pretty decent tailback. You got Wayne, weapons on the outside.
Can you get to the Bears, please, for at least a minute and a half?
All right. Chicago Bears, offense has got to turn on a little bit early. I don't care what everybody's saying about other teams in the NFL have flaws.
Right.
You playing Atlanta Falcons, they're going to score some points.
Right.
So you can't be playing come from behind from them. You could probably do it against San Francisco, but they have a very stout defense.
Right.
Seattle, very stout defense.
Right.
You know, you got to turn Houston Texans, very stout defense, and they can put numbers on the board.
Right.
So I really want to see this Bears offense start to gel and start putting numbers up on people early. I mean, come on, let's go into the locker room with 21 points.
Because the Bears defense played amazing
Out of their
yesterday.
mind. Tim Jennings is like, hey,
Pro Bowl.
Listen, Peanut Tillman just won Defensive Player of the Week. I need that. I need to get one of them.
Tim Jennings can stop playing for the rest of this year and he goes to the Pro Bowl.
Flat out.
That man got
how many pick sixes
6.
he got?
Oh no, he got 2 pick sixes.
2 pick sixes.
And 6 interceptions.
Tillman's got 2 pick sixes.
Which leads the NFL.
Briggs got 2 pick sixes.
It's sick.
We're gonna talk more about the Bears when we come back.
We are?
Yeah.
Okay,
let's
sure.
do it. You
Okay.
like the Bears? Let's talk about the Bears just a little bit more, and then we're going to NBA.
Okay, cool.
Fair?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, because we can talk about your
Heart.
second favorite team. Because Atlanta's your favorite team.
Oh, stop.
Sports Unplugged. Future! He's a big jam artist. Make sure you get your tickets November 16th.